What is it about watching people's fingers go in and out of clumps of slime to make indentations, or stretching out some slime across a kitchen counter and then cutting it up into little pieces, or squeezing globs of slime in their hands that makes it such a wholesome and satisfying life-enhancing experience? We don't know why exactly slime videos are so satisfying and can't be explained on any scientific or psychological level, but they just are.
Scary. This is gonna be good.
I love this part.
She better take back those shoes.
All right, what are we watching?
They're the most satisfying things in the world. People buy slime now just to do those things to it. Slime sales have gone through the roof thanks to these videos.
Jesus Christ!
If you love slime videos as much as we do, then check out these 10 awesome ones from across the aether of the internet.
Wow.
Gooey and soothing. Why are slime videos so popular and satisfying? It's a really tricky question with no definitive answer, mainly because scientists and psychologists have much more important things to be researching.
Artificial intelligence.
But Instagrammers and social media experts and general slime fans have their theories.
Got a theory that it's a demon.
At Fresh Milk, an Instagram user with a penchant for slime videos, believes that the internet's obsession with slime has something to do with how relaxed it makes you feel when you watch people poking holes in clumps of slime. It's a de-stressing thing. At Fresh Milk says, "They're so gooey and soothing. I saw one on Tumblr that was reposted by a store on Instagram in Thailand. I was so intrigued about its gooey texture that I had the urge to look for more. I never thought this would become such a big thing. My favorite is the clear-colored slime with little objects inside them, like mini watermelon slices." It's not enough for a slime video to simply be a video clip of a camera pointed at some slime. That would be no good.
It's why you fail.
It's all in the actions. The pokes, the prods, the cuts, the gloops. That's what people really want to see in a slime video. And before we get to the next one, how about showing us some love and clicking that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell? Now, let's keep on sliming. A lovely slice of ASMR. Not many people realize this, but watching slime videos is actually therapeutic. The sounds trigger a seriously positive response in your brain. Everyone should be watching these things.
Do it! Just do it!
Are you feeling stressed out? Watch a slime video. Are you feeling unhappy? Watch a slime video. Are you feeling frustrated?
Right after you eat this!
Watch a slime video. Seriously, it'll cheer you up. And that has been scientifically proven.
I'm deeply concerned about climate change.
Have you ever wondered why the sounds you hear in slime videos are so unbelievably satisfying and soothing to the ears? The crunching of a knife cutting through it, or the putty sounds of people's fingers prodding into it? Well, there's a very specific psychological reason for that. According to the leading slime experts, a mental response in your brain called ASMR, Sensory Meridian Response, is triggered when you hear slime noises in a slime video. Psychologists use ASMR to explain the little tingles you feel on your body when your mind is all happy and fuzzy and everything's great and your entire being becomes engulfed in an overwhelming sense of intense relaxation. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you watch slime videos. So it's like therapy, but free and with no long waiting lists to go through. Poker face. The official term used by Instagram users for the ones who post videos of slime and activities relating to that slime is Slimers.
To do like a Slimer versus Slimer kind of video?
Slimer, of course, is one of the secondary villains from a certain supernatural comedy franchise about guys who bust ghosts for a living, but the word has taken on a different meaning as the millennial generation has come in with their YouTube and their social media and their Instagram. Now, a Slimer is a person who posts videos of slime and themselves doing things to that slime, whether that's cutting it up with a knife or jabbing their fingers into it, or stretching it out across the kitchen counter, or whatever else these Slimers can think to do with their slime. One of the most satisfying things in slime videos is when the Slimer takes the slime out of its bowl or container very slowly, and eventually the whole clump of slime pops out without a trace, and it's all removed perfectly with no straggly bits or chunks that got stuck to the bottom. For organized, anal-retentive Type A personality people, this is the most incredible and awe-inspiring sight in the whole entire world.
I would give this one an 8 out of 10.
I can't believe it's not butter, slime. There's a whole bunch of different types of slime. Slime is not restricted to the gloopy green stuff from countless ghost stories and the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. It's a much more flexible, pardon the pun, term now, as Slimers have cultivated a ton of different styles and recipes to use for their videos. And they've opened our minds up to whole new worlds of slime. For starters, who knew that slime could have so many textures? It can be jiggly, it can be gloopy, it can be fluffy, it can be creamy, it can be crunchy, heck, it can even be bubblegummy. There's something known as butter slime, which is a weird hybrid of the textures of both butter and slime. You mix the slime in a bowl with clay, and what comes out is a thick, creamy, beautifully buttery kind of slime. This type of slime was originally invented by the Instagram user @SlimeOG. And according to the stats and figures posted by social media platforms based on how popular the topics discussed on them are, butter slime is the most popular and highest trending slime ever. It's not the only new type of slime, but hey, it is the most popular one. Starbucks slime. Pretty much every beverage of all time has been given a slimy makeover in the past couple of years, as the popularity of slime on social media has grown exponentially. Now, Starbucks drinks and smoothies and blended strawberry lemonade and frozen blueberries all have been given the slime treatment. These drinks and beverages and snacks have all been replicated and recreated in the form of slime. Slimers get really creative in this department. They're always on the lookout for new things on the menu of Starbucks or in their refrigerator that they can turn into slimes and then post videos of it on YouTube and Instagram. This technique was pioneered by the revolutionary Instagrammer @KickassSlimes. We talked earlier about ASMR, the response in your brain that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy and relaxed, which explains why it's so satisfying to watch slime videos. And apparently this response is the greatest when the slime is crunchy. The crunchier it is, the better the feeling of the ASMR. So get out there and check out the crunchiest slime videos you can find. Brain orgasm. The fact that people feel pleasure from watching slime videos that can't really be explained has been a point of contention for a lot of people, who can't decide whether they find it awfully disturbing or infectiously affable. One Instagram user commented on a particularly noisy video of a finger poking into some crunchy slime, "I can't decide whether this sound is making me want to kill myself or being my only reason to live." That's pretty much how we all feel when we struggle to wrap our heads around the sensation that we feel when we watch people prod slime in a bowl and spread it out across a table. One common description of what you feel when you experience ASMR is that it's basically a brain orgasm. That's a pretty apt way of putting it, to be honest. If someone told you that when you watch slime videos and feel satisfied by it, it's called a brain orgasm, you wouldn't be at all surprised, because that's exactly what it is. According to other research, the ASMR sensation is even stronger when there are things in the slime, like little pieces of watermelon or glitter, even though these are purely aesthetic touches. That is weird, right?
Hello, Finn.
Old people don't get it. Older generations don't exactly get the whole slime craze. They can't understand why young people like it so much. To be fair, it is a weird trend, so if you weren't on board with it, you'd have a hard time coming to terms with it. Commenter Miranda Mersak, a mother, simply can't understand why her kids like this weird slime stuff so much. She wrote in the comment section of an MNN article, "I was totally surprised that this is such a big thing. My kids are obsessed with slime. Like making slime wasn't odd enough, now people out there are adding ingredients into balloons just to add to the slime. And the topper, they make these beautifully colorful creations, only to mix them all up together. I think I'm missing the gene that understands all this."
Do you want to make a slime video?
Not interested.
Oh, okay, look how many views it gets.
Because when I think of something to spend money on, say feeding a starving child somewhere in the world, or paying the water bill, I do have teenagers.
You can get fit just by playing with slime? This is awesome.
Buying glue and things to make slime is sure not one of them. Meditation, folks. It's free and less wasteful. Well, that so-called missing gene is simply the genetic coding of being a younger person, because millennials love slime. Once upon a time in Thailand. Slime videos have really exploded in popularity over the past few years. It only started in about the summer of 2016, and yet the hashtag slime is still tagged to more than 3 million posts on Instagram. 3 million! In less than 2 years! That's crazy!
Wait, what?
It's insane how quickly things catch fire on the internet, and add to that all of the countless tutorial videos on YouTube where they tell you how to make various different types of slime, all the ingredients and the best methods to make them really crunchy or slimy or gooey or creamy or however you want your slime to look and feel. So where on earth did this trend begin? It's been spreading rapidly across the Western world, but it didn't start here. As with many other big social media trends, like those 24-hour box fort challenges that every YouTuber has been attempting lately, the slime video craze came from the East. Well, Thailand, to be specific. Prim Patanaporn, who runs the slime-heavy Instagram account Sparkly Goo, says, "When I started making slime, it was because I came across Thai videos where it looked really pretty. I wanted to purchase it, only I couldn't find a vendor. I just felt like I had to touch it." So therapeutic. You wouldn't believe it if someone told you without any evidence to back it up, but the act of watching slime videos online is actually a therapeutic experience, to a point. There's been some extensive study into this area by an art therapist named Nadia Janevsky. She says that younger people, who have grown up with social media and advanced technologies, need something more to get an emotional response than older people. Older people grew up smelling the roses and looking up at the sky. Young people have grown up with iPads and smartphones and YouTube. She explains, "What's changing nowadays is that kids are spending more time with screens, so they're getting an excessive amount of one type of sensory input, which is the smooth rubbing of a finger on a screen or keyboard. Children in general are getting less sensory and tactile input from playing outside and picking up sticks or making patty cakes out of mud. Slime has come in to take the place of those activities that we are less inclined to do because we don't want to make a mess or can't go out in nature as much." There you go. Slime videos are therapeutic. Slime is art. How do Slimers feel about what they do? Well, they see every pot of slime that they create and every finger hole they poke in it and every slice of it they cut off as a work of art. Slime-obsessed Instagrammer Prim Patanaporn of the Instagram account Sparkly Goo said, "It's definitely a form of art. You can get creative with it. You can change how the colors will look and how it will feel." That is certainly a fair point.
Yes. Guess what, buddy? You like art.
Art is a form of creative expression that evokes an emotional response in the audience. These videos give people brain orgasms. Art therapist Nadia Janevsky explains that slime videos reduce stress. We are all more stressed, and just having something to fidget with or play with in your hand is a good way to discharge tension or stress, especially if you are stressed because you have to sit at a desk or on the subway. Our high levels of stress combined with high levels of inertia make us want to discharge physical energy through stress balls, slime, or coloring books. Slime is about mixing ingredients and experimenting with different colors and supplies. And isn't that what life is all about? Before you start mixing up your own batch of slime, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to share this and check out our other videos.